Hello and welcome back to Sane Sunday Live. Glad to see you here. Congratulations on reviewing, playing, and more RPM for being first in chat. We are going to get to car trivia here in a minute. And tonight's car trivia is going to be about the cars and the characters and other stuff in the Pixar's Cars movie. Before we get to that, though, we're going to do our announcements and do our part to try to help out all the hashtag Insane Friends on doing their lives throughout the week and go over the calendar to help drive more traffic to the wonderful car shows and cruise-ins in the area. They're supporting, most of them are supporting children's charities and veterans charities. Get started with that right now. It is June the 9th, of course, and we just had the Disabled American Veterans Cruise-In in Cleveland. That happens every second Saturday of the month from 5 to 8 p.m. at Bradley Square Mall in Cleveland, Tennessee. There's also a downtown cruise-in Ringgold. There's plenty of children and veterans there too. And that is also every second Saturday of the month. The 15th of June, there's the West Side Cruise-In at 3385 Crider Road in Rocky Face, Georgia from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. For more information on any of these events, please check out our Saneauto Facebook page. There are plenty of event coordinators posting their, and fans posting the flyers for the car shows and the cruise-ins on that page. Also, our car show, our Dalton Car Scene page on Facebook, and our Car Show Cars and Cruisers of North Georgia page on Facebook. And if you're not into car shows and stuff, and you're just into growing your channel, your YouTube channel, stuff like that, we have the Sane Enterprises Facebook page for any and all of that to do with YouTube. There is, on the 22nd, the 5th annual Cars for Kids show at the Camp Jordan Arena in East Ridge, Tennessee from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Talk to Kim Davis about that. He's also involved in the Black Bear Festival, which we covered just this last year. And we'll have more information on when that Black Bear Festival is going to be here in later shows when it gets closer to it. Well, who? Carol Sane, queen of the car scene and queen of the insurance scene too.
And the most lovable husband in the whole wide world. I'm just the luckiest woman in the world. Okay, now.
June the 29th, we have from 2 to 6 p.m. That is also a Saturday.
Whoa.
Walker County Civic Center. There's a benefit for Braden Cordell. Help with his medical expenses and his family's medical traveling expenses for his medical problems. He's only 8 years old and he has a chromosome abnormality. There will be a car show to help raise money, a spaghetti and lasagna dinner that's only $6.
That sounds delicious.
Silent auction and raffles.
Everybody ought to go if it's just to get the pasta.
Or you could go to get the free Thomas the Train ride.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Or take your kids to play in the bouncy house. Like most
Just
all
kids?
all of the car shows and cruise-ins that we promote here, these are family-friendly events. There's no drinking. There's no figure eights or burnouts or any of that kind of stuff. But they're safe and family friendly.
Hi, Happy Lux. How you doing?
And
Hi,
as always in
reviewing,
August,
playing, and more. Awesome.
yeah, welcome to the chat, Happy Lux from Luxembourg.
Yay. And 3 people are
In
liking
August,
it. Awesome.
there is the 14th annual St. Jude Children's Car Show put on by Roy Davis. You may have seen our coverage of that from last year. It raised several $1,000s for St. Jude Children's Hospital.
That's
Very
very
worthy
awesome.
cause.
That is
He does that every
awesome
year.
car show. It's incredible. It's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, last year was the moving to the new bigger venue, and
it was full.
oh man, it was incredible. If you got to see those videos that we put up of the car show. It's just amazing. You can't explain. You can't describe it with just words alone. It's right up there with the Bugapalooza show that we filmed. It's huge like that. So, who am I forgetting?
Frank Davis.
You're right, Frank Davis. Frank Davis, August the 3rd, Cruising Chatsworth Car Show from 9 to 3 in Chatsworth at the Tractor Supply. It's to benefit Bagley Middle School football team, and we will be there to help raise funds for the middle school football team.
Yeah, we're going to have a little tiny booth. Speaking of Frank Davis, he's a wonderful fan, and he sent this with my cutie sweetie for me because he knows that I love Batman. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. It is the Batmobile. Go figure. That's all. That it was a perfect present for me.
So this will be in her Batmobile collection, and this one has flames. I don't know if you can see down the side of it there. It's got a flame job.
Yeah, it's kind of a silver flame.
And it's in this protective case.
I like the protective case. I need to get some of those. I'm going to have to ask Frank where he got them from.
Now, yeah, Frank's got a lot of great Hot Wheels stuff on his eBay store too. So we will get to the car trivia here in a minute. I just want one more shout out for all the wonderful people in the hashtag Insane Friends community, putting on all these lives almost every day of the week. Over 11 channels in 8 cities and 2 continents, putting on lives almost every night of the week. And it is, of course, Sunday, so we are right here at Sane Sunday Live, 7:30. You can catch, what is it, the 3rd Sunday of the month, Tim Bearden at 4:30 on Sundays. He is the founder of Hot Rod Madness. Then right after us at 7:30. Yep, right after us on Sane Sunday Live at 7:30, there is Gregory Salvatore. Yep, at 9 p.m. And you want to tell them who's on Monday?
That would be Tard Adventures
at 9 p.m.
And then Bumsification is the next day at 9 p.m.
on Tuesday.
Yay!
And Wednesdays, we're on Sane Enterprises channel.
You're kidding.
Insane Friends show. Going over sales, management, channel growth, all kinds of neat stuff like that. And sometimes interviewing business owners like ourselves. And that happens at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights. And then after that is Muscle Car Appraisal at 9 p.m. with more car trivia.
Wow.
Then Thursday night, it's Dorito and the Lucha Cabra at 9:30, followed by...
That is not for small children.
Followed by Easy 2 Tips. Easy 2 Tips and Tricks, etc., etc. Kind of a tongue twister. That is Ken in California. They're on at around 9 o'clock and then 10 o'clock. That they're broadcasting out of California, so on California time, that's 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, respectively. Saturday night is Choppers Rule 1 at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All these are Eastern Standard Times.
When you put that up there, it's backwards. But it shows up right
And right
there.
after that is Fab Automotive Detailing.
That's crazy.
So that's all 11 of our shows.
Of course, I'm over
With
here
the hashtag
when
Insane Friends.
I'm looking at your computer, but when we look at mine, I'm over there.
And on to Cars Trivia. Our first question is, who was Doc Hudson?
Oh, I know.
Who was Doc Hudson
I
on
know.
in the Cars movie, the Pixar Cars movie?
I know.
We know you know.
I just recently seen the movies. I had never seen them before.
Look at that nice
Now
pickup.
they are my
We filmed at the
favorite
World of Wheels.
movies.
Yeah, she's just recently got indoctrinated.
I watched all 3 of them. I own 2 of them. We gotta own number 3. And I say there has to be a number 4. The judge. No.
Yeah, he was the judge.
Yes, but no.
But you got to get more specific than that. Who was he like modeled after in NASCAR?
Oh, they'll never.
Who's he most resemble in NASCAR? Bubsification, what's up? How is everyone? Yeah, it has been a while since we've seen you. And I'm sorry we haven't been to your lives very much. We just shouted you out. Bubsification is
Yay!
on Tuesday night. Yeah, he is the Hudson Hornet, and he's a 1951 Hudson Hornet with dual carbs, and the stickers on say twin H power. That's because in 51 the dual carbs were put on by a dealership. It wasn't until 52
and
that the
Paul
dual
Newman
carbs came from the
was
factory.
the voice, yes.
Yep, Paul Newman was the voice, and we're looking for what NASCAR racer did he most closely resemble in NASCAR. There was somebody that he was. Another clue is he was a champion. He won championship in 51 and 53, and he did have a career-ending wreck.
That's going to be difficult for them to get.
Yep. Well, if nobody gets it soon, I'm going to give it to Reviewing, Playing, and More because he's got the most information on it so far.
Yeah.
Bubsification, to get you caught up, we're doing car trivia tonight, and tonight on car trivia we're doing the Cars movie. Characters in the Cars movie, the cars in the Cars movie, and some other stuff. But all our questions have to do with the Pixar Cars movie on car trivia tonight.
And what better car trivia? May I have my water bottle, please?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. This is my idea of water. Yeah. What do you say?
I don't know if he meant that as a pun, but that is a good pun. One of the great cartoons. Don't know, jocks. No, the NASCAR driver, the real life NASCAR driver we're looking for here is Herb Thomas. Herb Thomas. He won in 51 and 53 and then had a career-ending wreck.
And he did try to make a comeback, but nobody wanted him back.
I'm sure somebody wanted him back, but
they did it.
Enough officials and everything just weren't interested. And if you haven't
Are
checked
you
out
on
Reviewing, Playing, and More,
screen
not
share?
yet. I'm working on it.
I've had big by those messing up on me again.
Reviewing, Playing, and More. He hit the 29.
Awesome.
Look at that. He's got up over 29 now. 2902. Congratulations, Dennis. Look at that. That is awesome. And well deserved, too. He's worked hard for that. Lots of great videos of computer repair and computer upgrades, which we all need in order to grow our channels. Got to have a good computer behind you. Well, you don't have to. I mean, you could do it off of your phone if you had to.
Yeah,
but it sure does help.
Yes,
Helps to have every
it's
advantage
just
you can,
easier.
because it's not only easier, it's that there's more competition than ever on YouTube, and we need, you know, great, excuse me, we need great communities like the hashtag Insanefriends, the I Am a Creator group, the Mopar Madness, the Mopar community, helping each other out, people helping each other out in order to grow. Especially if you want to do like everybody we know at the hashtag Insanefriends, and you're trying to keep your channel clean and free of all kinds of LCD and family friendly. Because if you're trying to stay family friendly, you don't really have any shock value. And YouTube says they don't want bad actors and shock value on the platform, but then the channels that do put that stuff on there get lots of attention. Then as soon as they get lots of attention, they get promoted really hard, and it's completely unfair, but it's the kind of thing we have to live with. And so we need strong communities promoting family-friendly channels, helping each other out in order to grow. And we need to be continually reminding each other of tips and tricks and stuff like that by checking out each other's channels, giving full views, and learning the good things that other people are doing. I mean, you can learn some things on RPM's channel, like he started using that Lazy Susan to put his products on and the things that he's working on, so that you can get a better view of what he's trying to teach you, with a nice smooth turnaround. It looks better, it looks more professional, it really helps out with his videos, and it makes things easier for him and for the viewer. So little things like that you can learn by watching other members' channels and actually giving a full view of their videos. And comment on people's videos when you go on there. That helps stimulate the algorithm without having to resort to bad acting.
words.
Yep. Now, here is the fabulous Hudson Hornet. And 51 is, of course, according to the people who made the movie, a reference to the year model of the vehicle and a reference to the 1951 win. And our next question is, what famous actor made his final appearance in the film Cars, other than documentaries? His final big screen, big budget film appearance.
Can I go?
You're just stomping at the bit to give it away, aren't you?
I just wanted to say that he now makes salad dressing.
You're silly.
Yeah. And tomato sauce.
Yes, Bubs, it is a money game to get to the top, but I would like to make money too, but I'd like to make it clean and family friendly.
Yeah.
And,
Hey, wait a minute. There's 6 people looking at me and only 4 you guys like me?
there's 2 ways you
What
can.
is going on here?
There's 2
You
things
better
you.
hit that like button.
There's 2 things you can invest in your channel to make it grow. One is time and effort. The other is money. And this is true with any business that you do. You can either force it to grow faster with money or force it to grow faster with time and effort. Or you could do a balanced out combination of the 2. But if you don't have any money put into your channel or whatever business venture it is, then the only alternative you have is to put lots and lots of hours and effort into it. So,
Hey, Bubs, is it flooded up in Chattanooga? Please tell me it's flooded so I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
did anybody get the Bumps is up at both and it drains out both ends. Yes. And a lot of people do. You got to be careful with where you put the money in the channel because
Oh, shoot. That means I gotta go to work
not flooding here
tomorrow.
yet.
Oh, well, anyway, I'm the boss, so I'll be okay. I got a puppy to do what I need her to do.
That's a great way of doing it. Reviewing playing in more RPM. My recent item in my video was bought from PayPal donation. So basically it was free.
Awesome.
Woo. Yep. So finally, some of the money he's putting into his channel is coming from the channel. And that's nice because, you know, starting up with anything, whether it be a channel or an online business or an out here on the streets business, any kind of business, when you first start out, you're always putting either more time into it than you're getting out of it, or more money into it, or both time and money into it more than you're getting out of it. That's just the nature of the beast. And so, you know, that's what it takes to really get the thing launched
to put the
and off the launch
other
pad.
lights on because it doesn't look so good on my computer.
Yeah, she's going to brighten us up a little bit. Anyway, our second question was, what famous actor made his final appearance in this film? And I'm going to give that away and go on to the next
I'm going to give
question.
it away.
Okay, I'll let her give it away because she wants to give it away so bad.
I said that he now makes salad dressing and pasta sauce. And his name begins with a P. And his last name begins with an N. Can anybody tell me who that person is?
Just tell them so I can move on to the next question.
Good gravy, people. Paul Newman.
Paul Newman. So go check out Carol Sane channel.
Wow.
Newman's own. All right, let's see if you can get this next one.
Race car driver.
Bub's got it. Newman. Okay, let me get rid of these notifications.
Good gravy.
I don't know how to turn these notifications off. I would like to turn these notifications off. I think it has something to do with my Chrome, but I don't know exactly what these notifications are called. They pop up on the lower right hand corner of my screen, and they telling me all about both anybody that's put something up on YouTube and anybody that's put something up on the Facebook. But they don't come at any even amount. They don't come and they don't come, and then they come all at once. And that's completely useless, because if I did want to act on one of those notifications and check out what it's notifying me about, I can't do it when they come 12 and 20 at a time. Okay. Bubsification. Bubsification is filming mostly in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You see lots of goings on in the chat town, choo-choo town, as some people call it.
You ought to come by the office and buy your
Congratulations on hitting 1,700.
You
Look
really
at that
should.
growth.
I'm out there in East Ridge now.
He has been on the hashtag Insanefriends calendar since within like a month of the beginning of the calendar, hasn't he?
Yeah. Awesome.
Been doing lives every Tuesday night at 9 p.m.
I remember when he hardly had anybody.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of growth in that time. Awesome.
Yeah, I remember back when he had like 300.
Yeah.
300. And lots of wheelies and burnouts later.
And here we are.
Doing clutch jobs on the small bikes, building go-karts, putting snowmobile motors on go-karts.
Doing burnouts and donuts in his garage.
Yep, and in the yard.
Yeah.
And there's some of the videos on the flooding, from the last flooding.
Yeah,
he did go around
I
and get
want to
lots
see
of
some more
coverage
of
of the
those,
flooding.
but guess what?
And there's one of the clutch installs on one of the bikes.
Uh-oh. He says, creator advice, if you show where you live, subscribers will show up at your house.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. That's not cool, dudes.
Yeah, there's some strange fandom there.
Yeah, people drive past my house and scream at my dog Baby. Hi, Baby! Ooh. But I think they know
Now,
I'm
our
something
third
else.
trivia question is, John Lasseter is, I think, the director of the movie. He was saying that Lightning McQueen car is a mix between a Lola and a GT40. It's a mix of NASCAR and Le Mans. They had started out, thinking along the terms of GM's Corvette, 6th generation Corvette, but GM didn't want to have nothing to do with it. They also decided they didn't want to make that the NASCAR cars all look a lot the same, their body styles and stuff, and they're pretty flat. They didn't want to do that. So they decided they were going to do mostly like a Lola and a GT40. The question here is, how much money has the sale of Lightning McQueen toys, cars, and other merchandise generated roundabout? How much money is the sale of this car? It's a mix between a Lola and a GT40, the Lightning McQueen car.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it's a big number.
Wow.
It's a big number.
And I wanted to add to that. Yeah, we're going to have to buy me one of them.
If we can get the light. There it is.
Isn't that awesome? Look at him. He's so funny looking. I like him.
Yeah, he must be looking at that number.
Yeah.
He's got a big smile on his face.
Yeah, he does.
And his eyes are big, so yeah, he's looking at that number. It's just a big number. It's an eye opener.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see the resemblance, especially to the GT40. Especially when you get here back towards the back. There was a nice GT40 we were filming at the Birmingham, Alabama World of
Reviewing,
Wheels.
playing, and more says 1 billion.
1 billion. Got to try a little higher.
Yeah.
It is a big number. Hey, how did that guy do it on the what were those movies with Mike Myers? And he was the spy spoof movie, Dr. Evil. $1 billion. And it was more, lots more. I can't do that, an impression of Dr. Evil.
Times 10.
Anybody care to guess? More than 1 billion.
Times 10. Wow, I want one of them. Those are cute. I want one of them cars. How big is that one?
That's a die cast, but it doesn't. I don't see what's. Oh, where 1/55th scale. That's small. That's pretty small for a die cast.
Like this?
Like a Johnny Lightning inside. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, it's a Hot Wheels car size.
Yeah. Lightning McQueen. Oh no! They're gonna see us again?
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm being watched. Don't worry, I'll watch you too. See?
Oh, did you ever show anybody the hat merch we got in?
No. Yes.
That we were selling at the car show.
We showed it on Wednesday.
We might need to get some more of those before the next car show.
Yeah. $8 billion? No.
I'd say that's close enough. 8 billion is close enough.
Yeah,
It's over 10.
He's not supposed to guess.
I know he's already been on screen share, but you know, Bubs could have. Bubs has been on screen share too, and nobody else is answering. So, you know, both people that are answering already been on screen share. So I figured you can just give it away, and we'll move on to the next question.
10 billion.
Dun, dun, dun. It's over 10 billion. So as we speak now, it might have topped 11 billion, 12 billion. I don't know.
Isn't that crazy?
But it you know, from
And
the
they
information
haven't
that I
done
got,
another one
which
yet.
I don't know how old it was, but then it's been old since I got it.
Has made a $10 billion off of one character, and they haven't made another movie yet.
And I can't even imagine how many billions they've made off of the other cars as well, because you know the Doc Hudson cars got to be incredibly popular as well, and lots of the other cars too. Think about the Mater tow truck.
Oh, I love Mater.
I mean, that's incredibly.
He's my favorite. My favorite character in there was Mater. I love that old tow truck.
So our next question is, what was the name of the old abandoned motel that Sally Carrera took Lightning McQueen to go show him? This old hotel that she dreamed of renovating and bringing back to life.
Okay.
She invited him to go on a drive, and they went on a drive, and there's this beautiful waterfall and nice curvy mountain roads, and next thing you know, they're up there, and she's showing him this old hotel.
Huh, my hair's still wet.
Motel, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what the difference is between a motel and a hotel. Oh.
Well, a motel is where the cars go to. You take your cars and you drive in. Not into the motel, but into the area. And a hotel is upscale.
Where there's lots of hotels.
There may be hotels in a motel.
Do they have more than anywhere else?
They got mo of something there. And a hotel is a little bit fancier. And it's usually they've got an elevator on the inside, not stairs on the outside. That's what I took in college. Hotel management.
So,
hospitality management.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Is that when you were putting on those big, huge events for large corporations?
Yep, that was my, well, I already had been through the management.
I am. Hey, Camaro time!
Hi, how you doing?
I haven't had a chance to check out your new video that you put on the Sane Enterprises.
They just put it up.
I know.
We just put it up.
That, and I've filmed 2 videos since I've seen the notification of Camaro Time's video on Sane Enterprises Facebook page.
Wow.
Speaking of which, we've got enough videos edited now and put on there, uploaded to the channel and scheduled to go out, that I can start consistently.
Oh, wow. He met Impact's Garage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We can consistently now schedule a release for a new video.
We're talking about the other one because the Cozy Cone was inside the town. This one's outside town. But that's great that you remembered that one.
Yeah, the other one beside the Cozy Cone is the one we're looking for. What was the name of the old abandoned? Anybody just getting here? The car trivia tonight is all about the Cars, the Pixar movie Cars, Lightning McQueen and Doc Hudson and all them. And the most recent question was, what was the name of the old abandoned motel that Sally Carrera took Lightning to?
Impact's Garage and Gaming. Camaro time is awesome.
Absolutely. And you can see links to, if your notification bell is not working like mine, I just cannot get my notification bell to work on Camaro Times channel. You can check out Sane Enterprises on Facebook, and he has consistently put a link to his videos on the Sane Enterprises page.
Okay, what is the trivia? It's not the Cozy Cone.
Oh, I wanted to let everybody know that we will be consistently releasing a video every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. One of the reasons why I was motivated to go ahead and finally start doing this is, number one, I've had more time to edit some of the footage that we've been filming all this time. The other thing was a discussion on the Sane Enterprises page about filming times and things like that. And I was answering a question about that, and I realized that I'm not exactly following what I'm preaching with my answer if I don't get off the stick and start consistently uploading consistently the same day at the same time, the way we do our lives. Start doing our videos the same way. I know Camaro Time was doing really good about having a premiere of his videos and uploading a video every Monday at 7 p.m. And it just occurred to me, it just really helps out for people when the notification bell doesn't work and stuff like that. If I were to just go ahead and start practicing what I preach and get those videos up at the exact same day, at the exact same time, every week. And so we've got 3 edited, up, and scheduled already. So that puts us a week and a half ahead. And then I want to try to keep doing it and doing it and doing it until I get to where we're about 3 months ahead, where we have so many videos, because I've got plenty of film to put up 3 months worth of videos at 2 videos a week. If I just get them all edited and scheduled, and we can have really consistent releases of the videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock. Reviewing Plan and More says his are consistently 8:15 every Saturday, unless something goes really wrong. That is great to know. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Impact's Garage and Gaming. It's always good to have you here.
Yeah, awesome. Have a good time.
And don't hesitate to share your videos, both RPM and Impacts. Everybody share your video links here on the Saneauto Facebook page. Am I screen sharing?
No.
Not, am I? Let's show that. Show you the page here. The Saneauto Facebook page.
Wow, that just makes me kind of dizzy.
We have over 300 members now. We just reached over 300 members, I think, a week ago. A picture of the live calendar, the hashtag Insanefriends Lives, is right here, and a typed out list of who is on what day and what time. Everything's right there. Then, of course, there are notifications of the car shows and cruising events. There's Jason Carr putting a link to one of his videos and another of his videos. There's Bob Jocks of the Muscle Car Appraisal channel with a picture of one of the awesome looking vehicles he has on his channel. And then below that is a link to the video, which is a great way to do it because, you know, Facebook, I've noticed that I get less and less views with just putting the link to my video right there. But if you do something like put a couple of pictures, then it's more likely to get promoted by Facebook. And then, yes, you can put the link right there, but you're better off actually putting the link to the video as the first comment underneath the pictures and stuff, which is what I'm going to start doing lately because I've noticed some people doing that. Then you have a share here from Patricia Chambly about John Five's link to one of the car shows for the veterans with PTSD, which is just north of Atlanta. So lots of stuff for the car events. Oh, and this is something I shared from my aunt's page because she was sharing one of our ancestors, one of her cousins, which of course makes him related to me too, I guess. She was sharing a picture and some information about one of the NASCAR racers, Lightning Lloyd Say, and he was one of the most promising racers in the beginnings of NASCAR. But then he was shot and killed by one of our other cousins, one of his first cousins, another one of my aunt's third cousins, when they had a dispute over that cousin had apparently got some sugar for one of his stills and charged it to Lightning's account. And so they went to one of the uncle's houses and were going to settle the dispute, and somehow it got out of hand and he ended up shot and killed. And that was the end of that. There's Carol sharing one of the events for that's the Rebecca Davis car show proceeds that we mentioned before on the calendar. Raises a lot of money for St. Jude's. Another car show at Appleton Elementary School to benefit one of the elementary schools. There's a share from Farmall Fanatic, and if you're not familiar with his channel, check it out. He's got a great channel. Started out real small and grew like crazy. Just doing like most of us do, getting burnt, bruised, and bleeding. Doing his work and filming it, putting it on there, explaining to people how it's done. I did put one of my pieces of equipment I have for sale on there in case anybody local is interested.
Oh.
And more from Bob Jocks.
Well, it's about time for
and
us
more
to
car
get
shows.
off the hill, babe, dear.
So,
We
and the
got
Sane Enterprises channel is over here. Looks like this, and has a lot more links to. Of course, there's some of Camaro Times videos. Awesome stuff. Always great stuff.
okay. So
There's Impact Garage and Gaming's with the Hot Rod Power Tour.
yay!
Lots of good stuff about YouTube and YouTube channels and YouTube videos. There's the Life of Fly Fisherman, sharing one of his videos on there. And there's the winners of last week's trivia right here on Sane Sunday Live. And there's
Maritime
TJ
said,
Davis.
which one did you watch? Which video did you watch?
Which video did I watch? I'm behind on your videos. I will pull it up right now and watch it if Google would let me. They hadn't warned me to not be putting people's videos on there. Okay, did anybody guess the motel?
No, they didn't.
The old abandoned motel. Okay, you want to give it away?
It is the Wheelwell Motel.
The Wheelwell Motel. That is the motel she took him to, dreaming of fixing it up. And I think they fixed it up by the next movie, the Cars 2 movie or something, and they fixed it all up, or did they fix it up by the end of the Cars 1 movie?
I don't remember.
Either way, I think they made it into a restaurant or something.
No, they fixed it up and made it a hotel.
I thought they made it into a restaurant. I thought they were bringing him drinks or something out there.
Kind of. Really.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the
next question, trivia question, would be, who is the king? The car they called the king in the Cars movie. Who is he based on? What NASCAR driver would he be based on?
we're gonna have to hurry, baby.
It's the Dalton Car Scene. It's another of our Facebook pages. We help promote the local car shows. There's the Bagley Middle School Cruising Chatsworth Car and Truck Show event we were talking about. We're going to be there.
Yay! Richard Petty says Camaro time. Yay!
Richard Petty, ding, 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 ding. Very
Awesome.
good. Yes, the king was Richard Petty, the number 43 car. He was always one of my favorite drivers. We watched all 3 of those movies recently.
Yeah.
Jeez, over 3,700.
Awesome.
Isn't that great? And I would dare say it has a lot to do with not just the video content, but is very positive personality of Pete, and maybe a little help from Repeat.
Yeah. I like Repeat.
Fantastic editing and photography. And look at the way he makes all his thumbnails pop without making them crowded. Interesting and noticeable. And things like
Camaro Time says he's never seen Cars. I highly recommend it.
Oh yeah, you would love it.
It is not only for a cartoon for kids, but it's
family friendly content, kind of like what we do on our channel.
And it's got Easter eggs for us grown-ups.
Oh yeah, Easter eggs galore about all kinds of stuff, hidden stuff, and then not so hidden stuff about NASCAR and other car stuff, just throughout the entire
and it makes
movie.
You giggle.
And
it'll make you giggle.
Right. And like I said, and on top of that, not only is it an enjoyable movie and stuff, I mean, like all movies, you got to there were some places I had to just tell myself, look, it's just a movie. don't overthink it, because I do notice things. Being a certified master technician all these years, that kind of irked me a little bit.
The last one he saw was toys. Well, there's nothing like toys.
It's a little bit like toys, but it's a lot better.
It's a lot better.
And a lot of critics say that it's not as good, but I guess they're not car people. But it's similar to toys in that you've got all these strong characters and a really good story, but instead of the characters being just any old toy, they're more like toy cars.
You just got to see it. It's awesome.
Yep, and it takes place in
and I'd never seen it myself.
A lot of the movie takes place in a small town and just off of Route 6. Well, it's right on Route 66. It's just off of the freeway, bypassing Route 66. Which, around here, our Route 66 around here is Highway 41 and Highway 411. These off the beaten path highways that used to be the main highways. And then Highway 75 and Highway 85 got put in place and bypassed most of these towns. Out in the Midwest, you've got Route 66 running from, I think it goes from Chicago to LA, I think it's Chicago to LA is where it runs. But anyway, they put in this new big freeway, and so Route 66, all these little towns just kind of died out along Route 66, or at least been struggling ever since. And we have the same kind of situation over here with Highway 41 and Highway 411. And a lot of small towns that are just still very small because of the bigger freeways that were put in, bigger, straighter freeways. So if you see here, he's able to do a lot of really cool things. Like, look at the blasphemy words. You can see it looks like maybe Pete is right there, and his head is over the B, and then this car right here is over part of the letters of H-E, Hemi, really. And so it's not only a clever play on words, blasphemy, but it's also a very good, exciting thumbnail. I mean, it looks like somebody's racing. Looks like he might be right there in the picture watching, or that might be somebody else. But either way, the picture itself makes you want to look at it. Then he's got these words here that are interesting, and then he's got it done in a very interesting way.
Well, look at the one, not the next one, but the other one, mail time.
Mail time, yeah. The mail time, the words disappear behind his head. And his letter opener.
Okay.
But all that kind of, those little details like that makes things pop and makes things more noticeable.
We got a little bit of a problem because he's going to be getting into...
Last question. Daryl Cartrip, number 17. Who was Daryl Cartrip, number 17? Now there's the king. The Richard Petty car, the king. And if you don't know who Daryl Cartrip is, just for fun, do you know what car this is that this toy was resembling? Remember what kind of car this is? The Richard Petty car. Beep beep. The last trivia question is, who was Daryl Cartrip?
I know. And it's very easy.
Which one, Daryl Cartrip or Richard Petty's car? Yeah. Camaro Time knows what the answer is. But Camaro Time knows what, yeah, the big old bird is. You're welcome to answer that because this is not part of the trivia. This is just for fun. What was Richard Petty's car here that they made the toy to resemble?
Isn't that a cool car?
Mm-hmm. It sure is.
I don't like that spoiler on the back door. That's just ridiculous.
They came factory with that. They came factory with that. Back there, back on the boulevard, reviewing, playing, and more. That was the Daryl Cartrip car.
Yeah.
He was, yeah, it was a Monte Carlo. And who was the driver?
Superbird.
Yes, it was. It's a Superbird. It's the Superbird. That was the Richard Petty car. The King was the Superbird, driven by Richard Petty. And reviewing, playing, and more RPM has got the car correct on Daryl Cartrip. Daryl Cartrip drove a Monte Carlo. It wasn't always a 77.
He didn't drive it. He was it.
Well,
his
character was a Monte Carlo as well, yeah. But he also drove a Monte Carlo in real life.
Okay, the NASCAR
I think he drove the NASCAR driver that drove the car, yeah. Which we're looking for the NASCAR driver's name.
And it is Daryl something. If that helps you guys, Amy.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give it away because we're running out of time. And I'm going to let you give it away.
It's Daryl Waltrip.
Ding, 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 ding.
Not Daryl Cartrip.
The Carol Sane channel gets it. Yes, he is now an announcer. I think he was racing until 1980.
And in the movie, he was an announcer as well.
Exactly. I think he was racing until 1980 in those Monte Carlos and stuff. And I think he still had a team after that and had racers on his team. But if I remember right, he started somewhere in the early 70s, around 73, something like that. I used to know this stuff.
Yeah. Well,
when I lived in Atlanta, you couldn't escape it. You couldn't go to schools in Atlanta and not know, accidentally learn and know and talk about NASCAR stuff.
Really?
That and Braves baseball. I mean, you just like
I never
bombarded with Braves trivia and NASCAR trivia.
About NASCAR.
Yeah, well, you were down there, but you were a girl, so I don't know what they were talking about, but probably wasn't NASCAR.
Boys, makeup.
Did y'all ever talk about what NASCAR drivers the boys were talking about?
No.
Or what Braves players the boys were talking about?
No.
Okay. When girls were thinking that guys were talking about girls and thinking about girls, we were actually talking about Braves baseball and NASCAR cars. That is the Daryl Cartrip or Daryl Waltrip Cars car right there. We're on screen share.
Oh, what
Maybe
was the color of Earnhardt's first race car? I don't know.
That is a good question, Camaro.
Yeah,
Time.
he said that I should know it.
Why was it blonde?
Was it pink?
It was his first race car blonde.
Might have been pink.
Dale Earnhardt's first race car.
No, I don't know. Look it up.
There's the, okay. Yeah, we're going to look it up right here with everybody. What is your favorite color? Yeah, what is your favorite color? Pink?
Pink or purple?
Purple. Okay. Her helmet. Which color is your helmet?
Ah, pink. Okay. No, pinky. Yeah, I got more pink stuff. But I look better in purple.
So here's a little review of what we hit. There was the Daryl Cartrip character, which was really Daryl Waltrip. There's the King, who was really Richard Petty. And then there is Lightning McQueen, who was based on partly on a GT40 and a Lola. So it was kind of half NASCAR and part Le Mans. He was originally going to be a Generation 6 Corvette. And, oh, who was that other car that was going to be a GM car, but GM didn't want him to be that because he was going to be the bad guy. Chick Hicks, the Chick Hicks character. It was going to be a Chevrolet, but they made him more generic because GM didn't want nothing to do with him because he was the bad guy in the first movie. And there's the fabulous Hudson Hornet, 1951 Hudson Hornet.
Yay. I need a collection of those.
And it was voiced by Paul Newman.
But they're expensive. Have you
that
seen
character was based
expensive?
on Herb Thomas, who actually won the 1951 and 1953 championships, and he did have a career-ending wreck, just like the character Doc Hudson in the movie. And the twin H-Power stickers in 1951, that was a dual carb setup put on by the dealerships. And it wasn't until 1952 that you could get the twin H-Power dual carb setup from the factory. But the factory did start putting those on as an option in 1952. Later on, another little piece of trivia, later on, I think it was AMC bought out Hudson and owned the Hudson name. And I don't remember exactly what year that was. I think that's one of the reasons why I like this movie so much. It makes you think about some of this old car trivia and stuff. Yes, Camaro Time. Pete at Camaro Time, I absolutely agree. Paul Newman had a great voice for doing voiceover stuff. And he was great at getting that emotion and feeling through his voice into those voiceover characters as well. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to watch it. We're gonna have to have
an awesome movie.
After you get a chance to watch it and everything, let us know, and we'll revisit some more Cars trivia on one of our lives after you've had a chance to watch it and everything.
It's a fun movie.
Because you'll probably notice a lot of things we didn't even notice. Because it's just filled with all kinds of Easter eggs and trivia and stuff.
And it made me giggle.
Yeah, you'll like it. I mean, and if your kids, your grandkids, or anybody is over, you can watch it with them. You don't have to worry about there being any, because it's a little Pixar film, you know. It's really clean content, like what we like putting on our channels. And that's another thing I like about it. It's the kind of thing you can both get a lot enjoyment out of watching the movie as a movie, but you can also get some enjoyment out of watching the scenes, one scene at a time, and get some ideas on filmmaking, because we are, you know, as YouTube creators, we are filmmakers. And the more we can learn about, you know, the great scenes of the good movies, and some of the bad movies have a few great scenes in them too.
Look at
And
that.
yeah, there she's building something. She's been building something every day this week. We've been back in the gym a lot more
Some
often
over here too.
since
Right
I quit. I finished getting all those parts moved.
My tummy's
Of course, moving all those parts, I lost 15 pounds, so I had to put some weight back on to get these back.
No, who's is bigger?
Look at those monsters. Look at that monster.
I don't know. And my assistant at work see me take off my jacket, and I had on a shirt that was up to here. She says, "Good gravy, look at those guns." I said, "Yep."
Yeah, I think the first time I noticed Paul Newman, who was doing that motorcycle movie with the
Bye, Camaro time. See ya. Have a good week.
with the Captain America bike. The one we filmed in Gatlinburg, the Captain America bike.
The other person.
Yeah, we got to go to Camaro time. It's great seeing you here. Great seeing all of you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Camaro time, Bubsification, reviewing, planning, and more RPM, and Impact's Garage and Gaming. Happy Lux. Thank you for dropping by from Luxembourg. And a big shout out to all our #Insanefriends on the live calendar. Gregory Salvatore is coming on next. eTard Adventures on Monday. Bubsification on Tuesday. The Sane Enterprises channel will be on Wednesday night, followed by Muscle Car Appraisal. Then Thursday night, it's Dorito and the Lucha Cabra at 9:30, and Easy 2 tips and tricks, etc. on Thursday night. Saturday night, it's Shoppers Rule 1, followed by Fab Automotive Detailing, and we'll be right back here on Sunday, Saneauto, Sane Sunday Live. And what is this? Is this the second Saturday of the month? It is. So I guess next weekend is the third Saturday of the month. So it should be Tim Bearden on at 4:30 on Sunday.
Yeah.
Look forward to that. And then, of course, us at 7:30 and Gregory Salvatore at 9. Y'all have a great night. And till the next video, get off the couch and get dirty.
Yay. Bye. Stay clean. Stay clean.
Oh, and did I shout out Junkheads Picking? That's Frank Davis's channel.
Oh.
So if you get a chance to check that out, check out Junkheads Picking on YouTube. That is Frank Davis's channel. And thank you to Frank Davis for the Batmobile. We'll be going in the collection.
Yay.
And we'll see y'all at a car show.